Mission trying to finish and get a chance here on this power play as 3 seconds remain. They've had one shot on goal, but not a very dangerous one. That's gathered in. Loose puck. Cloverdale goalie not able to get to it. Still loose. Does come out of the zone, and it'll be chased down by Lewis. And we get an icing whistle with 3:05 to go in the second period. If you're just joining us here on the new stream, it is Cloverdale ahead by a pair of goals scored in the first period. Nothing so far here in the second as Missions look to close the gap. Gameplay a little bit more even here in the second than it was in the first. Whistle off the face-off. We'll do it again. Mission keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Under 3 minutes to go. Luke Johnson sends it back in deep. Backhanded around the boards by the Colts. Johnson tried to get it back but couldn't. Now Van Stone unable to get to it. Colts go wide. Shot in is gloved by McNeil and held. This puck shot deflected high up over the glass. That's tipped and goes long. Colts look to gather it in their own zone. Cloverdale attack disrupted by Martin. Now picked up by Roth, who sends one behind the net. Chased in by Melissa. Now stealing Cordova on the forecheck, but the Colts able to break loose. Puck taken wide, fed out front. Munn fans on his first shot, has a second shot blocked, but Cloverdale still with the puck in their offensive zone. Now sent along the boards, picked up by Munn. Steele gets to it first. His puck hits a stanchion as Jolieff had lost his footing and then is played up into the steal, and we'll get a whistle. 1:19 to go. Mission able to force the puck clear. Off the face-off as we try and close in on just a minute to go here in the second period. Cloverfield able to jump into the near corner. Lewis plays it free past the line. Picked up by Cordova, finds Steele. Steele moves to his forehand, but he's out wide, so the shot that's dealt with the blocker of Najjar. That's in on McNeil, and he'll drop on it and hold it in the pads. .48 seconds left to go here in the second period. No goals to tell you about here in the second. Colts win the face-off, send it around to the near corner. Meechin looking out front. That ends up in skates. And we're going to get a whistle as the net came loose. And after discussion, an announcement from the crowd, it's going to be a penalty against Luke Johnson. call influenced for sure from the sidelines. Colts with the puck and the man advantage. Gill magically back up on his feet after taking an alleged cross check. Then Van Stone sends it in deep. Colts carry out of their defensive zone, send it behind the Mission net. Roth picks it up, but took his time doing so. Lewis gets it to the line, not clear. Shot in on McNeil. He gets a piece of it. And that's it. And we get the horn. And Smith holding on to the stick. And we'll see what comes of this after. Two, still Cloverdale 2. Mission 0. We'll get set. The final 15 minutes of play here when we get back. Mission still one man short as we enter the period number 3. Smith takes the puck from behind his own net. Rimmed around the boards, not out. Colts keep the puck moving. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Now that's sent long. Tipped by Steele, then he'll go off for a change. Again, Mission one forward short on the day, with Maddox Hoover out injured from the opening game in this tournament. Shot on, McNeil able to kick it aside. Van Stone picks up the puck. Able to get in the offensive zone. The delay just enough to kill the final seconds on the power play. And now Cloverdale able to head back to the offensive zone. Bouncing puck. Met by McNeil, but then he got caught stranded. And lucky that there was no follow-up. Big hit delivered by Roth at the blue line. Puck hits a body. Luke Johnson not able to clear. He's taken hard into the boards behind the net. Centered out front, cleared. Van Stone to it, and then we get a whistle. And another penalty coming up here against Mission. Slashing the call. And it's J.J. Roth to the box again. 12:45 to go. That's the second of the night. And Mission rolls just 4 defenders. They can ill afford to have their defenders taking penalties that keep them in the box for an extended period of time. Underway with the face-off tied up. Cleared out to the line, but not past it. Dies in the snow at the bench. Steele takes Smith hard into the boards. Cloverdale pulls it free. Shot that gets tipped wide out front. Leading out past the line. Steele trying to rob Smith. He gets tangled up, taken down to the ice. And a penalty coming up here. It's going to be against Cloverdale. Smith going to the box for holding as he had a handful. So we 4-4 for about a minute and a half. We'll get underway here. Gill. Stood up by Cordova, who takes Cordova down. Shot deflected and dropped on. Colts win the face-off. They're able to take the puck into the offensive zone. Burgess was there, got a piece of it. Disrupted play. Has to retreat behind his own net. Long pass forward. Finds Cordova. Tries to play it back to himself, but it's taken away. Cordova across the line. Gets to his forehand, and that's deflected up out of play. Good save by the Cloverdale goalie as that hand top corner written all over the pocket, but he got a piece of the glove to it. Puck pulled free. Van Stone has a shot. He scored one of those earlier today, but this time it's smothered. Van Stone again with the puck off the faceoff. Now Lewis. Lewis sends a shot from distance. That's knocked aside. Cloverdale able to spring free to the offensive zone. They have to delay. Looking to get past Lewis. They do. Played back behind the net. Now looking out front. The shot kicked aside by McNeil. Van Stone now to his offensive zone. He sends a shot in on Najjar. That's kicked aside. Luke Johnson sends a second chance wide. Mission now with a 30-second power play. And we get a whistle back behind. And it's good to see Luke Johnson and one of the Colts players end up in the box. And some discussion needed here to try and figure out what the timing is, and the penalties look like offsetting. Trying to figure out the timing here on the penalties. There were offsetting penalties. It appeared from the initial signal from the referee, so it should be, yes, there we go. 5-on-4, then the coincidentals run. Mission players getting a warning from the referee as they continue to toe that physical line. They're able to get the Colts now wrapped up into that game with them, but trailing 2 goals, they really need to stay out of the box. Puck gets past Roth, heads down the end of the ice as we've got 15 seconds or so left on the holding penalty that happened down here in front of us. And that's going to be covered up. As time expires on the penalty, McNeil will glove that as it slid in front of him. Quick game reset, 10 minutes, 12 seconds left of the clock here in period number 3 between the Cloverdale Colts and Mission Red. Mission trailing by 2 first period goals and being outshot 29-16 as we are a third of the way through this final frame. Cordova with a good move at the blue line, able to get the puck in deep. Now he's pinned against the wall. Melissa with him trying to take the puck loose. Keyworth in defensively for the Colts, along with another player, still being jammed at. Now Melissa sends it back towards Cordova, gets tied up in the skate of the official. Roth with it. Roth's shot deflected right in front of him. Melissa tries to settle, and in the net, Cordova gets the tip on it and makes it 1 goal back for Mission as they'll tighten this thing up. Bouncing puck scramble in the slot. Melissa able to fire it towards the net, and it was tipped by Cordova. Bounced off the crossbar, the far post, before nestling into the back of the net. Puck wrapped around the boards. Cloverdale able to keep it in. Send a shot wide. The Mission players lost the stick. Has to go back and get it. Now Barron in his own zone. Sends it behind the net for Roth. Mission. Sharp angle shot hits the pad of McNeil. A tie here for Mission would be huge, as it would move them up a couple spots in the standings and avoid a possible rematch here with Cloverdale. Mission able to get the puck long. Picked up now by Barrett. Barron in all by himself as his line mates go off for a change. Had that stripped away. Smith gets it for Cloverdale. Penalty coming as Cordova was tripped behind the play. Interference will be the call coming up here. And another Mission power play opportunity. 8:15 to go. Chance to tie things up here for Mission. Steele to take the face-off. He's got Roth, Melissa, Cordova, Lewis, and Roth with him. Goes long. Steele across the blue line by himself. Sends it behind the net. Melissa picks it up. Feeds Cordova. Bounced off his stick. Battles back trying to get to it. Sent up top. Lewis settles it down. Finds Melissa. Melissa with time and space sends a shot in, and Najjar able to get to it. Exit pass deflected long. McNeil backhands it up the wall. Cordova finds Steele across the line. Back to Cordova. As it poked away, Steele circles back, finds Roth. Roth overskated the puck there. So he tried to pick it up. Gets it back to Cordova. Up top for Lewis. Shot deflected. Puck flown dead. Nobody wanted to touch it, and it's going to come out of the offensive zone. Sent all the way back to Mission's defensive zone. Mission wins the faceoff. Lewis behind his own net. 40 seconds left on the power play. Steele. Lewis. Cordova. Roth. Roth has a shot right in the glove of the Colts netminder. That puck out into the bench, and we'll get a whistle here and see where the face-off comes. It'll stay in the offensive zone. Cloverdale has a +6 goal differential. Northern Colorado entering tonight just a +2. They can pick up 5, which makes it 7. And if Cloverdale wins here, also 7. So we'd have to go down the list of tiebreakers if Mission's unable to tie this up. Puck flipped in deep. It'll kill what little is left of the penalty time. Mission looking to establish offensive zone possession. Played out to neutralize. Steele with it. Tries to tap it ahead. Played long. Icing called. And we'll reset with 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go on the clock. Cloverdale 2, Mission 1 here late in the third. So it looks like top spot in the round of 8 is going to go to the Junior Sun Devils. They're +14 with 3 wins out of 3. Cloverdale and Northern Colorado both 2 out of 2 and playing now. Cloverdale taking a hefty lead against the Junior Bobcat or the Bobcats here in the nightcap. Puck played out. Delayed penalty coming up against Mission. Called by the back linesman. Not sure what this is going to be as McNeil tries to drop on the puck. We'll see the call here. And it's going to be Luke Johnson to the box again. 5:43 to go in the game. Mission needs to kill off this penalty coming up here. Try and give themselves a chance to tie or even take the lead. We saw Missoula do it late earlier today against West Dundee. Let's see if Michigan can pull off the same here late in the third. Colts get the puck in at the line. Didn't score on their power play earlier, but able to keep the puck moving. They did generate quite a bit of pressure. McNeil loses his stick. He's able to get it back. Oh. McNeil made the first save and then drifted wide of his net. Cloverdale had a man sitting in the crease and took him 2 chances to get it slotted home, but he does, and the penalty to Johnson ends up biting Mission in the backside. 3-1 now the score for Cloverdale. Mission to the offensive zone off the faceoff. Played back, Cordova. Nice steal, but no lane. There's a save for McNeil. Broke a stick sitting at center ice. Gathered by the referee. Mission able to gain the line. Flip the puck in deep. Colts will retreat to get it. It's Keyworth. Steele still battling for it. Now it's Cordova in the corner. Libatori. Melissa can't get a shot away as he tried to gather the puck. Races back defensively in all alone, and a save for McNeil on that breakaway. Penalty coming up. It's going to go against Cloverdale, it looks like. Slashing the call. It's going to be the Colts captain headed to the penalty box. 3:22 to go. Timeout taken by Mission. We'll step aside and we'll be right back as Mission tries to close this gap. They're trailing by 2 here late in the third. The scores stay like this. It does appear that the Mission Red squad heading for a date with the Northern Colorado Stars. Colts will have a goal difference advantage against the Stars as long as they maintain this win. They've also only allowed the one goal. Mission scoring the only goal against them so far in this tournament. Steele to take the face off with the man advantage. Kept in and then slung down the ice. Colts kill some time. Roth can't quite handle the pass from Steele. Steele then forced to just dump it in deep. Takes a hop in the corner. Cordova finds Steele out front. Puck batted off the backside of the goalie. As that puck hit the pipe, dropped down, and the Colts able to knock it out of the air. Great heads-up defensive play. Mission able to play the puck deep. Melissa with it. Sends it cross ice, picked up by Steele. Steele crosses the line. Sends it behind the net. Smith then tries to rig it off the boards. Can't. Back for Steele. To Melissa. Lewis. One-time shot. Puck out front. And Najjar able to grab the second chance opportunity as well. 2 shots in rapid succession and 2 saves for the Colts goalie. Cordova with the puck. Finds Roth. Roth. Shot in. Saved. Roth still with it. Has a stick in his feet. Centered. Steele shot. Saved. Out front. Saved. And then the Cloverdale goalie drops on the puck. Puck to the line, not clear. Kept in by Roth. Van Stone with it. Down to Cordova. Cordova has to hold strong in traffic, and he does. Van Stone circling with it. Has it poked away. And the Colts are going to clear, and that ends the penalty. Lewis taken down to the ice hard in a tangle of legs. Puck kicked free as we close in on the 1-minute mark. Mission still trailing by a pair. Cordova taken down. Cordova then hooked in the arm, but I think that's just part of his tangle with Armitage. Melissa across the line. Finds Steele. Steele, Cordova. Cordova tries to drag between his legs. His shot doesn't find a target. Empty net on Mission's side of the ice. Martin sent down hard. So he tries to battle for it. Left for Melissa. Melissa couldn't dangle. And we get a whistle here behind the play. And we're going to get, we'll see, one or both of the captains headed to the box. Both captains headed to the box with just under 30 seconds to go. And, it looks like a 2 and a 10 called against the Colts captain as the second player getting sent to the box. And the Colts captain is going to get the gate here with just a few seconds left to go. Gardner sent to the locker room here with 30 seconds to go. We'll have to see on the game sheet. A lot of that's going to depend on what kind of penalty that was. If it was just a simple 2 and a 10, you'll probably be fine. If it was anything more than that, he will miss tomorrow's quarterfinal game. So we stay 5-on-5. Neutral zone face-off controlled by Mission. McNeil out of his net, but not to the bench yet as he drifts back, as that was controlled there by Cloverdale. And just a few seconds left to go. A comeback here of 2 goals, unlikely. That shot rifled off the post, and time will expire. And we get a little pushing and shoving after the whistle as a hit left in on Cordova, and Cordova gave one right back. Cloverdale will come out the winners here by a score of 3-1, which should take them up into second place. Questions remain on whether or not their captain will be able to play tomorrow, as he was tossed here late in the game. We'll have to wait and see on the official scoring once the game sheet is turned in. This is us for tonight. We'll look at the game times and see what tomorrow is likely to bring. Sunday games, 6 versus 3. Looks like a 10-15 puck drop for Mission in Chandler tomorrow. So we will see you out from the Chandler rink tomorrow. 10-15 the likely time. If not 10-15, a noon start time. Also on the books. But it does look like 10-15 will be our scheduled time, bearing any changes here in the late goings. That's it for us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Final score, Cloverdale 3, Mission 1.